Hey Reddit, why do you like to be alone? Subscribe to support the channel. And share why you like to be alone in the comments. I hate the stress of having to constantly be present in mind when I'm with other people. I love being able to space out and sit in silence and just be in my own head. I constantly space out in public because I am the same and just don't love chatting, mingling. My best friend can always tell when I'm mentally checked out and brings me back to reality. Being around people for extended periods of time drains me and I need a day to myself to reset. It is the least stressful condition to be in. I will never understand codependent people. Being alone is the one time you can literally do what you want and completely be yourself. No one to shoot down your plans and no hearing opinions from people. Alone time is bliss. Not for everyone. Some people get anxious when their brain is left to itself. People are exhausting. I tend to believe all people have two gas tanks. One that can only be filled up by the company of those you truly connect with. And one that can only be filled up by time alone. And they are different sizes for different people. I used to think that the worst thing in life was to end up all alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is ending up with people who make you feel all alone. In fact, I love to be alone. I never found the companion that was so companionable as solitude. Believe me, loneliness adds beauty to life. It puts a special burn on sunsets and makes night air smell better. Robin Williams. It's quiet. I'm not legally required to say thanks for the gold's kind strangers. But I did accidentally in this sentence, so there you go. My favorite line from a TV show. From Buffy and spoken by Xander. I like the quiet. The older I get, the more I hate ruckus. I live alone and in my apartment I can do what I want. When I want. However I want. The complete freedom to have a day with no plans and then to spend that day doing as much or as little as I want. No obligations to anyone that I don't make for myself. Spending a lot of time alone is a really good way to learn a lot about who you are. Without influence from other people and their opinions or perception of you. I've been living alone for over 2 years, but for the past 9 months of being single and mostly not dating. I've realized how much I am capable of enjoying my own company. TLDR, the freedom and amount of time I can spend focusing on myself is why I like to be alone. Totally agree. But don't get used to it. I'm going on 8 years living alone and I've grown so comfortable that I went from some interest to absolutely no interest in dating and finding someone. I just can't be bothered. It's too easy being single. Solitude is comforting. When I'm alone I don't have to be scared to be myself and I don't have to pretend I'm feeling fine all the time. This is such a good explanation. People who don't get it always wonder what introverted people do that make them enjoy solitude. Nothing. It's not about what you do when you're alone. It's about how being alone makes you feel. For me anyway. Like you said, I am in a constant state of calm and peace. I don't have to think about anyone else or think about what I should say. I am just me, in the present moment, calm and self-aware and happy. Yeah, so true. I've always been that way. Would rather enjoy my own company for countless hours than be around people and feel the need to leave after a while. I am just like you, but my parents are always forcing me to stay longer than I feel comfortable and I end up hating hanging out with my friends. Any tips to hang out willingly more often? Because it's nice to be alone with your thoughts and enjoy alone time. Definitely agree. I don't feel as if I truly process new information or circumstances until I've been alone. My friends are annoying sometimes. It's good to take breaks. I like to rotate around. Mine are super obnoxious sometimes. Have to tell them to shut up every once in a while. I like having multiple friend groups. I don't have to worry about other people. I can do whatever I want whenever I want. Right now I'm planning on getting dressed and taking a leisurely stroll through the park. Smoke a joint and get a taco. No time frame. I'll get there when I get there. I'll get back when I get back. Then I'll do whatever I want for the rest of the night. Alternatively, last time I was at my friend's and they had the radio on and it was the worst fucking station around. This is such a huge plus of being alone for people like me that are night owls. I work from home and make my own schedule. So it's not uncommon for me to sometimes stay up all night and then sleep during the day. This is why I hate the perfunctory "got big plans for the weekend" question. No, I do not have plans for the weekend. I'll sleep until I'm ready to get up. Work out when I feel like it. Maybe have an afternoon cocktail. Nap. Do some cleaning when I feel like it. Work hours are when I stick to a schedule. When I'm not on an employer's time. I'm on my time and I do what I want when I feel like it. I can be myself. I never know which version of myself I am when I have to socialize. I always feel terrible afterwards and scrutinize what I said or did. I feel mentally discombobulated. When I am alone, there's no stress. I like myself more. In my opinion, it is nice to be alone every now and then, as it is allowing you to self-reflect and enjoy some quality time with yourself. However, in a more permanent level, I have seen it wrecking my mood and leading me to a state close to depression. Balance does the trick for me. I agree with this. Too much thinking, solitude can get me in a solemn mood. Human interaction is fucking exhausting. Isn't that the truth? I'm always mentally and physically tired after being around others. Because I don't like small talk and I don't like loud people. I hate small talk. It's like I don't give a frick about the weather or sports. And no, I don't care about how your family is. Introversion and social anxiety make human contact a terrible experience. Zero drama. False. I have imaginary arguments all the time. I'm a mix between an introvert and an extrovert. I like spending time and talking to other people. But I can only recharge my energy when I am alone. So if I have to socialize for 2 to 3 days in a row, I would make an effort to spend the next day completely alone to get back into good headspace. Because I get tired from socializing. There are many more of us than people realize. Gregarious introverts. So I can fart in peace. FIP. I'm a bit of a weirdo and I like being alone because I don't have to explain why I said something or did something. I feel like when I'm around people that I have to significantly tone down my personality. Which can get pretty exhausting. Yup. You just said exactly what I was trying to say in an earlier comment in this thread. I constantly feel I have to tone down me being me. I just want to let my weird flag fly as in it's only weird to you. IDC that you don't understand my thought processes, methods, and sense of humor. Nonetheless I have to tone it down BC my unconventionally makes you uncomfortable. I'm not annoying anyone. This hits home. Shout out to the crippling fear of and constant feeling that you're bothering other people just by existing, so you have to bottle up 90% of your personality, which then feels incredibly exhausting. So despite sometimes enjoying people, you spend way more time alone than you should, gang.